it's strange. I was asked this question the other day. The building itself, it doesn't have the meaning behind it that you think it would. Of course it lends itself to this entire experience being something special. It's sort of the situation. It's a New Japan show in America against Cody, whose family has a history with the building. If I wasn't in the position to be in the main event in this building against someone like Cody Rhodes, or Cody, yeah, then, you know, then it wouldn't feel as special. It's the outside factors that sort of add up with the building to make it this special feeling and this responsibility to make it a good kind of classic matchup. Not just the building itself. That's just sort of a detail. But the fact that, you know, I'm wrestling in a building that I never thought I would have a chance to wrestle in is really cool, of course.
I just wondered, what do you think is the current state of Bullet Club? I mean, it kind of seems like this could maybe be a point where it schisms and goes a million different directions, or is this a chance for you to take leadership back by beating Cody?
And I've sort of said it on social media. I've alluded to the fact that this could mean more than just the title itself. This could actually be for the leadership of Bullet Club. If Cody wanted to make the appeal that, yes, by defeating me, by taking my title, he is the rightful leader of Bullet Club, it's hard for me to dispute that. He has proven that not only as someone who's defeated the champion in a singles match twice now, if he does, that he could make the claim to be the champion and the leader, but also he, outside of the Bullet Club, outside of New Japan, outside of Ring of Honor, he has helped promote one of the most successful events with All In. That to me displays leadership ability. Of course, I am always actively pursuing my own outside projects. I'm always actively pursuing things that can help the growth of professional wrestling, that can help the growth of our brand, my brand, the Elite brand, the Bullet Club brand. But Cody, on his own, is also doing the best that he can and doing a great job of it. So, though it's always a team effort, you know, the Bullet Club, I never feel like, I mean, being the leader is simply just a title to me. I feel that we all have roles and that we all contribute equally in our own special way. But to have a clear defined leader, I feel that maybe if Cody does win this match, he could easily make the claim that he is just that, and I would be happy giving him leadership of the Bullet Club. Whether that means I'm out or I'm in, I don't know, cross that bridge when I get there. But I feel that this match means more than simply just the IWGP Heavyweight title. But for me, this comes first, the Bullet Club comes second. All the backstage stuff we can deal with afterwards.
Yeah. So you talk about outside projects. How much freedom do you have with New Japan to do outside projects, and how much creative freedom does New Japan Pro Wrestling give you in the stories you tell in the ring?
Right. So, New Japan is very receiving to my ideas. We have a very it's a very trusting relationship that's developed over the course of the past few years. And if I feel in my heart that there's something that can truly benefit our company and the growth of professional wrestling and our brand, usually they trust me with it without question. Of course, they're going to want to know details. They're going to want to know, you know, how is this going to help us? How is this going to help you? What's the risk involved? Do you need time off? How much time off? You know, those are just the details. But for the most part, everything that I do is for the positive growth of New Japan, the Kenny Omega brand, the Bullet Club brand, the Elite brand. I never really do anything selfishly. The side projects are all for a higher purpose, and every time I have presented an idea to New Japan, especially lately, they've been more than receiving of that. So I hope to do more cool and exciting things in the future, and there is stuff in the works, just due to contractual obligations and all that, I can't speak about them right now, but always exciting stuff in the future, and it's stuff that I hope transcends pro wrestling. You know, what we do in the ring, it speaks for itself. I can have a million 5-star matches. I can have 6-star matches, 7 stars. I might even have an 8-star match eventually. But there's going to be a bar that you just can't break. There's going to be a bar that can no longer be raised, and I feel that the New Japan quality, that quality that we present in the ring has been established worldwide. People know what to expect when you watch a New Japan product. And now I think it's time for us to reach beyond that and show that we're more capable than just being guys that tell good stories in a ring, that can wrestle in a ring. Because, I mean, you look at other sports, look at golf, look at soccer, you look at football. A lot of their top superstars, they're doing things outside of their sport, and they're representatives for, name whatever product. And that's how they extend their brand, that's how they extend their reach. And it also gives them the ability to have their voice be heard in other communities and give you the floor to extend a positive message. And I think maybe not so recently, but pro wrestling was kind of viewed in a negative light. And when you hear the word professional wrestling, there's negative connotations that go behind that. So I think now, as professional wrestlers, we could be sort of the inspirational athlete again. We can be people that, have a positive message for the community. We can be people that help, other children and people and athletes and everyone out there striving to be the best person they can be. And I think we can do that by sticking to what we do in the ring, but I also think we can do that in other things as well, in other forms of media.
Kenny, tomorrow's the perfect storm of exposure.
Yep.
With Jim Ross calling, it's live.
That's right.
I think in terms of North American fans, it's such a great opportunity to expose them to your product.
Mm-hmm.
How will you prepare any differently tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon? Can you kind of walk us through? I mean, is there a stretching routine? Do you put your headphones on? Do you listen to music? What do you do before the match, especially pro wrestling, pro basketball, doesn't matter. This is a big opportunity.
That's true.
Curious how you prepare.
Yeah, so of course nutrition is always important. You want to make sure that you're taking in the proper nutrients and that you're hydrated and so on and so forth. Of course, feeling physically fit and being physically capable of doing what you do is very important. I have to make sure that I'm limber, and I have to make sure that I'm going to have the energy in the tank to do what I have to do. What I do in the ring is very dynamic. I go from 0 to 100 very quickly. It's tough to kind of ease into my style of wrestling. So before even the opening bell, I have to make sure that I can recruit those fast twitch muscle fibers on a moment's notice. So the preparation beforehand is very important for what I do in the ring. Of course, in New Japan, we have such a wide variety of styles, so everyone's going to give you a different answer. I'm sure the way I prepare is much different than how someone like Zack Sabre Jr. would prepare. But for me, who kind of relies on his explosiveness in the ring, I have to make sure that I'm not going to blow a gasket, the first time I have to do a sprint or whatever, or a leap or something like that. So the physical part is, of course, important. Mentally, that is the more complicated part. Generally, up to this point, I sort of have that moment of silence, where I can collect my thoughts and make sure that I'm prepared mentally. But especially for the American events, we're always kind of slammed with media and various interviews and fan events and so on and so forth, that we don't really have those moments of silence. We can't really find, that place where we can retreat to collect our thoughts. So we have to, for example, if I'm more used to having, a 12-hour window before a match to find that place, that window becomes 24 hours before, and I only have a 1-hour window to find it. But that's sort of the challenge, I'm trusted with this responsibility to carry this belt. I'm trusted with the responsibility to main event not only matches in New Japan and Japan, but in foreign countries as well. And if you have to find that place, you do whatever you can to get there. And there's really no excuse. You can't, if I bomb, if I have a stinker, I can't just say, hey man, it's because I was doing all these interviews and such. Just no, it's not going to carry any weight. You just have to evolve. You have to find ways to be that guy. And if you can't be that guy, there's someone else who's chomping at the bit to be that guy. And I've made the appeal that I wanted to be that guy. So regardless of the situation or the scenario, I'm going to make sure that I can be.
No headphones, no music?
You know what? Yes. When I'm alone, especially, and for the G1, headphones and music, yeah, I'm always listening to something because I'm absolutely alone.
I know Mick Foley was David Allan Coe's The Ride. Is there one song that you kind of play on repeat?
Actually, believe it or not, lately the song that's really been kind of getting me going was someone as kind of a famous, I don't know what you'd call him, like a nerd rapper. His name's Mega Ran.
Sure.
Real
Hell
cool
yeah.
dude, yeah. He remixed the Golden Lovers theme, and I've been listening to that, and it's been just badass. And the way he's put together the lyrics, I'm like, yeah, this guy really gets me, and it kind of gets me in that zone. So I've been listening to, like, you know, when I'm brushing my teeth or doing my hair or whatever, got the Mega Man Golden Lovers remix on repeat. So, and I urge everyone to check it out if they can.
Now, Kenny, Mega Ran's very associated with video games.
Of course.
And now you and the Bullet Club, you've been associated with Street Fighter. Now you have the association with Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel for the greatest faction in wrestling to be associated with some of the greatest video game properties of all time?
I mean, it's absolutely wonderful. I mean, these are things that excite me. You know, I'm actually genuinely passionate for these projects. You know, New Japan always sort of, they go out of their way to seek out these collaborations. And it's not just specific to video games. I mean, they've done, like, you know, beef bowl places, they've done alcohol, they've done, maybe they've done cigarettes and horse racing. Just, we have crossed over into so many realms. And up until now, it's sort of been like, okay, so for the horse racing, it'll be you. And then for the beef bowl, it'll be you. And you know, for the video game thing, I don't know, how about you guys? They never really specifically found, you know, the most appropriate role for each. And now I've sort of made the appeal like, hey, you know, we have guys that are passionate about their beef bowls. We have guys that are passionate for their horse racing, passionate for their video games. Like, let me be the representative for anything video game related. I can tell you I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm passionate about it. I'm not gonna let you guys down, and I'll actively promote.